Greetings, YouTube. Today we're taking a look at some 3M Peltor headphones, specifically the X5A earmuff. And we don't need that any longer. These are the earmuffs in question. Um, until quite recently, as in like today, I had been using some Bilson earmuffs, which were produced in Australia. But those particular earmuffs actually weren't mine. They were my wife's, and she'll be starting a job in the spring where she's going to need earmuffs. So I figured, well, she needed them back, so I need to go find myself some. So I did a little searching online, and these were very favorably reviewed, and they gave 31 dB of hearing protection, which was higher than the Bilsons. So I'm like, okay, I'll give them a shot. And I also own a pair of 3M Peltor earmuffs at work, which have a radio built into them, far more expensive than these. I think I paid 35 bucks for these. The ones with the radio was like almost 90. Um, and interestingly, I only wear those at break. I don't wear them when I'm running my press because we're not allowed to have electronic devices on ourselves. Not to mention the only station I can reliably get at work is Rock 101. I don't want to listen to that 8 hours a day, but it's okay for break because on break, it means I can't hear my coworkers nor the television that plays in the calf 24/7. But in my shop, I just need hearing protection. And it also gave me the opportunity to get new gear and a new review. That's why we're here. One of the things I noticed right off the bat is that the shape of these is much more pronounced than a lot of earmuffs I have owned or used in the past. Most of them, even the Bilsons, for example, this whole cup was much more shallow. In fact, some of the ones I've seen available, the cups they're like only this thick, and I think that's a detriment to their protection because I think having the protection and then having that air gap around your ear is definitely helping provide a greater amount of hearing protection. And these things are incredibly comfortable. So I have a wonderful fit on these things. They just hug around the ear. They're providing me enough pressure, but not too much pressure. When I had these on in my shop, I didn't get any fatigue because sometimes you have gear, particularly protective gear, which can you get tired of wearing it because you can begin to really feel the pressure. These are very comfortable. They're also quite durable because I already dropped them once, um, and I just really like them. And they do in fact protect your ears to a higher degree than at least the Bilsons did in any other pair of earmuffs I've ever worn. Um, these definitely, you can tell the difference, and it's quite pleasant to have that additional degree of protection because I use an angle grinder a great deal in my shop, and they are very loud, and I can frequently use them for an hour at a stretch, grinding or shaping metal. So having a set of earmuffs that are comfortable and are going to provide me with hearing protection is very important because I already have tinnitus in my left ear thanks to COVID. Yay. And I don't need that to get any worse. In fact, right now I can hear it, which is just awesome. Um, and I don't want it to get any worse than it is because right now if I have like background noise, don't really notice it. But when it's quiet like this, yeah, I definitely notice it. And I don't want to damage my hearing any further because if you damage your hearing, it doesn't ever come back. It's a one-way trip. So we're hearing protection when you're using power tools. It is the smart thing to do. So I really like these 3M X5As. Interestingly, they were produced in Poland, which is the first time I think I've ever seen a modern piece of gear produced out of Poland. I think I might own a tool that was produced in Poland, but like during the Soviet era. I don't think I've ever encountered a post-Soviet era piece of gear that came out of Poland before. And I'm kind of intrigued as to why. That's that's kind of interesting to me that it was produced in Poland. Just never encountered that. Anyone knows why that's so, please tell me. That would be kind of cool to know. But yeah, these are nice. They're comfortable. They do their job. And they weren't overly expensive, like 35 bucks I think I paid for these things. I definitely recommend them. Protect your hearing, folks. You don't want to lose it.